Hello, I'm going to show you all the new particle effects introduced in the Sacrifices Work update. Um, I don't know what update version it is. Actually, it's listed right here in the back. There we go. So, here we go. So, I'm just going to pick fairly default color. There we go. One thing is, from all of our normal materials... Oh, hold on, let me turn off. So, from all of our normal materials, I do have one new one. Is an extra shiny bit. So here's this. I'll put this at an angle. Here's this one. And it's reminds me a lot of like pearl, I guess. But when you put it, you get different reflective points on it. So that's pretty nice. I think I'm going to use this in a lot more builds. So let's just go straight into the particle effects. So something to know is you can use textures separately from the effects, and all you do is you tap one of these to switch it. So I'm going to put it into clear so we can see the full particle. I'm just going to go along the list here. So actually, let me go save this so we can just pull off a new one whenever we're ready. So this will be, see, I'm going to sort of try and name these as we go through. So this effect, this is just with default settings. I guess sort of like, I don't know, fairy-ish effect. I like this effect. I use this in a couple things already. Our next effect will be like stars. You'll see these all over the place. This is one of the really nice looking particles. We also have some sort of sigil or symbol. I'm not sure quite what this one's supposed to be. Something to note is there's a lot of options on the side. To edit these options, you can click through them all. So this one's like particle count, and then what you do is you pull your trigger and then you move your hand forward and you'll see a slow dot go up, and you see that's quite a bit of particles. I can move it down, then you get none if it's all the way down, but slightly up you see you get one or two every now and then. Then we have opacity, so we can make it really hard to see them, or like you can't really see anything but them. It's more useful on solid things like this one. We get really hard looking particles or really soft looking glimmers. Yeah, that's what I meant to say about this one. Then we have speed, so you can increase the speed at which they fly away from this. So let's see. These ones are flying away fairly quick now. Or you can just turn it like down and get some really thick particle fog. And there's size, and this does what you think. Increase the size or decrease it as much as you please. Bad hand to see this one. Sorry. Then we have sort of a curvature. So this, you can't really see on this one. Let me move along. Next we have, I don't even know what to call this one. It has some glimmer in it, but it's also really smoky compared to the last ones we saw. Let me go ahead and edit this hand some more. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick. So this is a nice looking particle effect as well. Then we have oh, this is actually one of my favorites right here. It spits out sort of puffs of smoke in specific directions. This is one of the nicer ones for using this option right here, which is like, I'm assuming the bounding box type. So once you get to about here, it picks a direction. So now it's only going one direction. Speed is what's controlling the length. It's right about here, right? Pick a different color. You can see this is a really nice effect. But as you get higher, it'll start just putting them all over the place, or all the way down, from the four sides. Let's go ahead and move on to our next one. These two right here are probably my favorites. Because when you look at this one, this makes a really good sort of fire effect. There's a lot you can do with this one. I think it looks really nice. Let's move on. Rain. It's a pretty nice effect. It looks fairly good. It sort of shoots them that way, which is a little bit weird, but you see it a lot when you move it. Anyways, rain. And for this one, you can only increase the size. So we have smoke. This one just really fills your vision. Then we have rings. Those ones sort of face upwards. Those ones face side to side. Oh no, those are ellipses. Sorry. So they appear to be, anyways. This is like I guess a leaf effect. It's just sort of tumble down. This one's a really strange one. The settings on it are really weird, but it just spirals. A bit odd. I'm sure someone will find a creative way to use that. This is one of the cooler ones. This is a layer effect. So yeah, there you go. See, so you can actually sort of set layers of particle to be emitted on something. So you have this layer of particle, and suppose you can actually edit these from a distance, as long as that's the last edited color or effect. And you can select effect with the back of your pen, but you can see we're just changing the size of our particles here. That's a really nice simple one. You'll definitely see this used a lot, especially as sort of a smoke, I guess. Okay. Let's go ahead and delete that. Okay. Then we have, let's go along. Everybody's favorite bubbles. Some are sort of hard to see, actually. Let's increase the opacity. And them out. These are some really nice ones. Looks like they're doubled up on some of them. Actually, if we slow them down, it should start to... Oh, it looks like they pop when they get... Yeah, they sort of pop when they disappear. So if we were to turn down how many, you'd see a couple get emitted every now and then they pop. That's a really nice effect. I like that one. This is one of the tough ones to see. Aren't always easy. Philip, have you done? Let's try that again. Something interesting to note. Here, what? Still not quite present. Not quite sure what's going on with this one. Nope. Oh, wow. That came suddenly. Okay, so it appears to only like one option on here. Stick increase that size a little bit. Okay, I didn't even know. I figured this one out earlier. Yeah, this is a nice looking one too. This is like a really thick smoke or fire, I guess. Make that dark. Oh wait, no, it's naturally orange. So this is legit like a fire effect. Okay. Oh, I see. So it takes the base color, whatever you pick, and then the hue is the bright part. That's what it seemed like. Yeah, so see, we dyed that blue, and then oh, so it's just it's basing it off of blue. Okay, nice effect. I like that one. I'm gonna actually use that a lot more. Oh, this is a really nice effect. So this is for when you actually want some smoke. There we go. That looks nice. I like that. Okay. This one. It's a tough one to see. Let's see, what can I do to make that easier? Increase the opacity. So this, I guess, is sort of it seems to emit spray particles in one direction. Let's do this. I like this effect a lot. I'm gonna use this in my waterfall sometime. This and just sort of sprays these lines, which are animated to look like they're moving one way, so they look nice and they disappear after a little bit. And there's a lot you can control using this effect as well. So once you put it up, they start to just be all over the place. But if you did something like this, and if you change the speed on these ones, it changes like direction and spray. Pretty weird effect, but cool nonetheless. It's sort of like a blizzard effect. I have this out, and I'll show you guys where I've used some of these effects so far, but this one seems to be using that material pattern from the other particles, but looks really cool. Ooh, this is a good one. This is a flame. This one looks really nice. I like this. I guess it's more of a smoke, but you'll see if we angle it this way, which is the top, it faces up this way, and it sort of changes to that way. So, cool effect. A lot of the effects do that, so. Where is this one going? Okay, this is probably one of those ones that only, yep. Some of them only like specific settings. This is a strange one. Let's turn down the speed so you can see that. Okay, so this one sort of like doubles back on itself. That's strange. Does it do that all the time? Oh, okay. Oh, I see what that's for. Okay, so that's so you can create sort of like a water, maybe. Sprays up and it sort of falls back down on itself. I mean, if it was up, but yeah, that looks sort of cool. I like that one. I had an epiphany. This is bubbles, and the base has sort of a fog around it, so that's neat. Yep. And we have, oh boy, another one of these. Oh, or not. Just sort of rains particles down on you. Pretty nice. Oh, this one's neat. This one shoots sort of streams or puffs of smoke in one direction, so that'll definitely be useful. Yeah. It's sort of a bit weird how the particles are attached to it, but pretty handy. Looks a heck of a lot nicer than the old particles. Just some light sort of particles. They get sprayed out and then they just sort of disappear. Sorry for the bright environment. I'll go back from. And then we got this one faces up, but it just sort of streams from the corners if they're visible. So actually, no, just at all, just streams up from all the corners. neat effect. You can only make it bigger, but one of the cooler effects, I think. Sure, that'd look cool. Use a bunch of different colors on it. Yeah. Yeah, those all look cool. Okay, next we're gonna try this one. So this one puts like projections out from all the corners. This one does the same thing, but they sort of like glimmer and fade away. That's true, you can't color them. Let me get a new object. Oh, something I should note is if you would like paint an effect, right, and let's say you set some options on it, right, you've just done all this work for some cool effect or something, then you accidentally mess up. You're like, crap, now I gotta go reset all those options. Just take your pen, tap it, you'll get back to your effect and all your previous things. And you can copy effects from other objects, only if they're clonable. I noticed earlier I tried to copy one from Nebula's object, and it didn't like that at all. Wouldn't let me. Yeah, I saw it. You can't color those ones right now. This one, it's just more smoke particle, and they just spray off, and I don't even know if it's north, south, or whatever, but they spray off in opposite directions. I'm sure you can change that with speed. Oh, yep, speed controls how they spray off. That's nice. Okay. Next we have just a generalized smoke effect. This one's a nice effect. Yeah. Wait, this one, someone put one of these in my world, and it just random. I mean, blobs. I guess they aren't really. They're just circles. That's pretty much all there. Then we have this one. This is a neat one. Oh boy. Right. So this is just a ring of. Wait, let's paint that. You can't even see it. There's so many of them. And I guess there's just an opacity slider on it. It's just a solid beam of light. I don't know how tall it is. Oh, it's not too tall. But it's definitely prominent. This one's a nice effect. With this, oh, it's just one of those ones that likes a specific. This one, just rays of light through shape, and if you were to change this to right there, and it becomes a really solid, really nice looking effect, especially if you're going to do laser. So strange, you can't get this to do. See, I have an effect here in the window. Actually, I believe that's a later one, but it does sort of the raise thing through. Oh, this is a fan favorite right now. So, there we go. Let's increase the speed on that thing and spread. So this is a really nice looking effect. I can think of a million uses for this, and I'm sure everyone else can too. It looks really nice, and it paths throughout an object. So if you had like a face and you put this on, it materializes like around the face most of the time. Well, actually, what am I saying? Depends on your settings, of course, but a really nice effect. This is gonna be a group favorite. So this smoke effect is slightly weird. It doesn't have any like gravity or whatever they want to call it, physics on it. It just it has a curve set to it. So there's a lot of places you can use this. This is a nice one. This is like a really sorry. This is a really cartoony steam effects. It just points one direction, and you can't. The only thing you can change is opacity. So I'm sure someone will find uses for it, but I probably won't use this very much. Oh dear, where did I put that? You know what? Let's just discard that and restart again. It's a bit much after a while, you know? Cut those. Let's get on with it. Here we go. So this displays sort of blotches each direction. It's really nice. And they have their own physics of sorts. That weird, I can't quite figure out. Oh, it looks like they're all trying to go downward. So the ones up there trying to head down. But if I was to change this, move it up, they tend to like take after these effects and try and go specific ways. Maybe this is one that doesn't react. Oh well. Next we have these like leaflets sort of fly off and some of them go down. Nice effect. Same sort of thing, but this time it's with a different sort of shape. It's tough to say what it is. This is an explosion effect. This one's a really nice one. It reacts with colors really well. Some of them don't, like if you were to color something that's naturally red, blue, it merges it green. So, really nice. I love this one. I'm already using this. This is another physical smoke effect. This one's a bit larger, has options. It's nice, I like it, and it's a lot more thick along this ending path. It's not all generalized. Oh, this is a weird one. This one, take this outside. Ignore the brightness and nukes. This one's a bit weird, but as you change the effects, I don't really even know how to describe this one. This is a strange one, to say the least. Oh boy. We got, oh there. Oh yeah, and another one. This one spirals around sort of the same spot. Really tough to see these. I guess I increase opacity, but strange. Yeah, there's so much. It's pretty intimidating. Yeah, this is a little bit more randomized now that we did that. But there's a lot you can do with it, so. This is a nice effect. You may have seen it in pictures on the Steam forums. But it's like a thick red mist. Yeah, this is one of the ones that sort of merges, I believe. Oh, this is a nice one. Okay. Not all of them are this pleasant. Yeah, this is a nice effect, especially for sort of filling a room with smoke like this. Come on, that'd be pretty cool. It's a bit strange. It seems like it takes after the main color you got the gray off of. I can't quite explain it. Anyways. Oh, and at any time you can just change the color of your cube, and it's fine with it. Just go right back to editing your particles. You can also animate your particles this way. I believe this is a similar style, but this one you can only change opacity. Oh dear, it's one of these ones. These ones are really strange. I can't quite figure out how they work, because they really weirdly, like, I mean, you guys are seeing this. It's strange. I can't quite tell. It's like coming off of the object. It's tough. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yes, this is the one I'm using for my skylight. So changing all the settings on this there's a lot you can do with it, but things like decreasing the count and such, speed, so it makes it look really nice. A lot you can do with that one. I believe we're coming up on the last. Oh wait, this is second to last page, I believe. This is one of my favorite effects right here. It's probably third favorite. So you get all these. There we go. I'll do what I did with it before. Really neat looking effects. I like molecules breaking apart or whatever. I really like this one. They just sort of disintegrate into the air. Just have them in a room and you just come in. Things are disintegrating. Yeah, you can do things like increase the count on all sorts of stuff. It's pretty strange when they're all in one piece. Okay. Next we have another one of those sort of field options. This one, it's like some thinner particles, so there's a lot more space between each piece. This one's a lot larger and thinner, so pile them up if you want like that. Have layers that move. Really nice effect. I believe it depends what way you face it, what way they move. I believe that's for clouds or something, I don't know. I'm sure someone will figure out what it means. Anyland. Do what you want. Sorry, checking my back. You never know who's gonna come up behind you. Oh dear, lost it. There it is. Oh yeah, this is a nice effect. So these, they're little sparks, but they just, I don't know how to explain it. I love this one so much. They sort of go out and then they just stop and then disappear. Really nice effect. I don't really have much to say about it other than I just like it. This is sort of the same thing, but with what appear to be polygons. I don't believe they are, but I like it nonetheless. Cool looking effect. It's like the only one that's like that specifically. Yeah, another one of these where they sort of fall out of the way. You can see not all of them react to color very well. But, yeah. Cool fountain effect of sorts. Make sure it gets stuck up on. Here's the last page. This is a cool effect. This would be sort of like a disintegrating effect, and pieces just sort of fall off of it. It's a nice effect, I love it. It's actually here, just because I like it so much. We're gonna pick a dark color right here. We're gonna pick it again, and color this. Let's try the new color with that. Some thought you can do, but it's sort of cool. So then you just you see the edges. This would look really cool for anything that moves, because then you have this sort of like path left behind of just disintegrating pieces. Okay, let's get back on track. Just go back to that page. Sort of another disintegrating piece, but a bit quicker. And this one, you can actually control the options on, which I wish you could do that on all of them, even if it like looks odd, but I'm sure there's some sort of limitation. What is this? Yeah, there we go. Solid line. And we have, this is a neat effect. This is one of the ones that sort of blends weird. So here's like a red color on it. I put blue on. Doesn't, oh, it turns into like a green. It's not really, yeah, it turns into like a green. See, that's obviously not what I picked, but I guess that's what it wants me to have, so I'll take it. Nice effect though. Oh boy, slight lag. Made a mistake. Okay. Let's get on this one. Oh boy. If I can see it, that'd be nice. Oh, okay, I see. So it's sort of a glimmer effect, but it's around the object, and it's sort of harder to see. It's nice if you have it in a large area. Well, I mean, it's nice either way, but it's really nice if you have it in a large area and just sort of glimmers around. It's pretty nice. You can make it bigger, of course, but it starts off small for whatever reason. Come up in the last two here, we have sort of paint blotches. They just fall around. Yeah, and like of these weird arcs and stuff you see, there's ways to change them. You can manipulate manipulate these in quite a few ways. This last one, another sort of bubble effect. These ones fade. There's a nice looking effect as well. So we just went through all the new particle effects. I'm gonna go ahead and go through some of the things that have been made with this in the first couple hours after release. It's like, 4 or 5 hours now. So, this is a gun made by Nebula. Cool guy. It's quite a lot of guns. Oh boy. And it's so weird. Particles, like, still completely show when they're in your inventory. It's a bit odd looking. Why? Okay, I've got to use this. There we go. Okay. Next we have, let's see, I know my inventory is not sorted at all. Is that majestic? Okay, this is a pretty cool gun. Oh yeah. That's a neat one. Slightly laggy though. Especially if you have two right next to each other. Well, mostly if you have two right next to each other. I'm gonna head out to actually where we've been doing testing all morning. That's something I made. Rainbow Sword Fireball effects. Oh, someone turned on 0G. Something we noticed was some shapes don't quite bounce, so we had to put another shape into this, but I don't know. Let's see. Just some random stuff with different particles, but it's changing colors through the scripting. It's a good example of how you can change it though. The heck you get here? There's some electric orbs. This is me testing how they worked with being emitted, and if they liked it very well. They do. There's a slight delay between the thing being emitted and the particle showing up though, so plan that into your builds if you're doing anything gun-related. Something I did to counter this was, oh yeah, I wasn't right. It's right here. Really poorly modeled gun, but nonetheless. So I made it so the bullet sort of sticks into the thing before it blows up. Not perfect, but cool effect too if you stop that. Shooting myself in a video game, isn't that wonderful? We got graphics doing some things over here. You can see good example of how like interactive you can make these things. If I fly over here, we have to turn on fly as editor. Slight hothead. There's some cool effects being made. So this is that one that sort of pops when it gets done. This is sort of a larger one. Glitter effects. I got some other. This is a cool one. I like this one. I probably need to use that somewhere. Some more particle orbs. Pretty weird. But it's neat to see how they can sort of play into each other. So, okay. And then this one right here is probably one of my favorites that's been found all morning. I don't know, just the way it sort of stops and sifts. I don't know. There are quite some blinding things in this. Also, if you've spent any time doing this, don't open your trash can. Here, this is a favorite of mine. That's a fun one. Just throw it at people. Oh, I placed it. You can't throw it if you place it. Maniac. It's a neat little effect. Doctor Who-y, I guess. Ignoring all that. And then, don't have enough inventory pages for all this. I can't even. I thought I made a gun for this one. I think I did somewhere. Oh, I know where it is. I'm an idiot. It's sort of pointless, but neat nonetheless. Star gun. A lot you can do with these, that's for sure. I can't wait to see what you guys make. I'm limited mentally when it comes to everyday tasks, so you can imagine the strain my poor little brain goes through trying to figure out what to do in this game, you know? Yeah, I've made a lot. I'll probably end this just showing you what trash can looks like. Oh boy. And that's what a morning of whatever you want to call this looks like. If I could throw my arm away, it's truly something else. Anyways, that was sort of an in-depth look at the particle system, which was just implemented. I hope you guys make some cool stuff. Anyways, see you guys around.